Well, every day is hot right now. I have one more. We're on July 31st. It is going to be up around 96, over 100 feel, all that stuff. And on my last couple pickings of sweet corn, we're near the end here. I've just about ran the gamut. So, but it's time to get our strawberries planted. So that's our big deal, is to get our bare roots planted and get those in the ground. And Delia has the water lines running right now out there in the field, so happy about that. So I'm gonna head on out there, see how I do. When I go to plant these bare root strawberries, I'm gonna use this tool that will push the roots into the ground. But also I want to have straight roots going down. So I'm going up here to the crown, where the crowns begin, and I'm making sure, like this one here, you want to have your roots facing down. So I'm just going to go ahead and clip the bottom here of the roots, because you want to finish them being straight. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just taking it. It's not a hard work, just clipping them right now and making sure that this is longer than that, because when I go to push them in, I want to make sure that they don't go below the, I don't want them curling back up. So it don't take much, just a little bit right there. And these have been soaking in water, so they're rehydrated. And like I said, see if you notice how these are sticking out beyond the thing. So I'm just going to come up here and trim the roots off a little bit, and this way I'll have roots straight down. They're a little bit longer than my tool, so I'll go ahead and push it on through, and we'll have straight roots pointing downward. Okay, I'm out here planting my bare root strawberries from Nourse, and I'm using their tool, which has kind of a notch on it. I think it'd be pretty easy to build one of these, but nonetheless they have them for sale. And got this from a family member graciously. And so now you just go in here, push her down through the plastic. My ground's a little hard. Pull up. I'm going to pull my plant up just a little bit to straighten out those roots. And that's it. And I have my pre-cut stick. I'm going every 15 inches as my guide. It would be nice to have a water wheel transplanter and all that, but we don't have that. And now I'm just making sure I don't cut into my water line. That is important. And we do have the water going right now. We do have our drip line going. That's important. There you go, just bend it over, push her in, and I'm going to give her a little pull up to straighten out the roots, and then I kind of press in on the side just to kind of help set that root. Now I'll come back. I'm going to come back on the way back and not need my stick. I'll just poke one in opposite of that, right? I mean, I don't need all I'm doing is going a little bit back and forth there. So going diagonal. Just that simple. Here, I'll show you guys a close-up here. Taking this, bending my root over a little bit. Let's push it in. And that one actually straightened up for me. And just give a little push right there and move on to the next one. Yep. Get these roots straight. Push it in. I got some spots that's awfully dry or hard. Kind of press that down a little bit, pack a little soil around it, go on to the next one. Well, planting the bare root strawberries isn't too bad. I want to keep them in water on this hot day for as long as I can, and but it does go a lot faster if I spread them out, and just, you know, keeps things flowing. And Delia's back out here. She's working on the next aisle down there, and I just take them. I think it's faster for me. Just go ahead and kind of get them spaced. Just take the crowns and kind of space them. I can. I give a gentle pull up, do a little pack, and go on to the next one. It did pull back up on me. Let me help it hold down. I think sometimes you get some dirt stuck on your tool here. Sometimes it'll grab it and stick. Slows you down. Stay in there. There we go. Pack that in a little bit. Kind of watching the Olympics. I think I'm ready to, if they had an Olympic event on planting strawberries, I think I'm ready. The 200 strawberry competition. Maybe I need to do the 50 meter, not the 200. I think I'd wear down a little too fast in 200. Oop, there we go. Went so good it got buried it. That's okay. I'll pull it up. There we go. There's my crown. But you get in a rhythm, and it goes pretty smooth. Because I wear these glasses, I don't have sunglasses, but I would wear them today over this white plastic. Goodness gracious. It's like being on a tin roof today. Well, it's August 1st, and we had ourselves a nice rain last night. It's got to an inch and a quarter, Delia said. She went out there and checked it early, and it was so hot yesterday I didn't really finish my video on strawberry planting. We got to a 100 degrees and plus feel and stuff, but you know, normally there's a water puddle here. Well, there ain't no puddle now. Yeah, she's right. I think it's even 1 1/3 inches. Yeah. Well, let's dump that out, and that's good. Had a good rain, but I need to open up the high tunnel. I need to we had a chance of hail last night, so I got my truck put in the shed and all that kind of stuff, and then we ran out of power, I guess about 9:15, and we didn't have any electricity until about 7:30 this morning, 7:15. So it's been an eventful night. I guess in Auburn, Kansas, there was a transformer caught fire. I did see that on the local Facebook community page, so I don't know if that was cause of us or if we didn't have a different issue. So anyway, got our next batch of strawberries in water of the bare root overnight. We're doing a variety, you know, per night. It's about 1,000. It's supposed to be 1,000 roots per variety. We have 3 varieties, and so anyway, we have that we got going on. So I'm going to go out there, lower these high tunnels because of the hail and winds, and boy did that wind blow. We did go ahead and now I got to get them down before all my plants die. They're nowhere near death. Just a little just funning with words. Euphemism. Look how that water came off of that high tunnel, and it just flattened that tall grass. Not that I don't need to get in here with a weed eater and really clean that up, but boy, this spot's a tough one for me. Actually, it's kind of tough getting around. Once the harvest starts happening, we have so much we have going on. I don't really do a good job on lawn maintenance and all of that, keeping things. I tell you, having an extra person would be a blessing. Maybe we're having a good year. Maybe next year we'll be looking at getting some hired help. Somebody. I wish my family was closer. Things like that, because you only need somebody, you know, 20 hours a week or 10 hours this week, and then once my corn is all harvested, then all of a sudden I don't even need a person, you know, that much. I can spend more time doing this stuff. So anyway, everything's looking good. Delia spent a lot of time harvesting yesterday. There's some bad tomatoes we got to get picked up, and let's drop this side now. It makes me feel better to get the high tunnel cleaned up here, or getting it done, getting it open, so this way I don't burn nothing up in here. And let's raise the front. Well, I'll let that, see how the water's there. I'm going to let that kind of dry out, and then we can raise the front and the back up on that, so that way it doesn't get any more mold than it is. But no, we got a lot of tomatoes still coming on, doing well. I can feel the heat coming out of there now, so that's good. Yep, good to get it opened up. I see a lot of blooms. So here's second crop, right? Second, third. There's some second crop tomatoes. You know, determinants, they say, you know, it's a one-time crop, but reality is you can get another crop. You get one main crop, and then it takes a while. So if you get them planted early enough, that tomato will still make it to market if you can get them planted early enough. That way you're harvesting sooner and all the above. So, all right. Let me go ahead and get my truck out, and gonna go ahead and get my bucket, and we'll go out there and continue planting the next variety of strawberry.